And happy Independence Day to you. A little bit late, apologies. I did want to make sure that I had on the proper Independence Day gear, the wonderful Independence Day top, and I'm wearing my Phillies hat, which is appropriate for two reasons right now. Is that the Phillies are here in Tampa. They took on the Rays today and they won. They won a 3-1 on a beautifully pitched Aaron Nola masterpiece. He went was it 8? Did he go 8 and a third? I don't know if he got it. No, so he went 7 full. He got into the 8th inning. Wander Franco um, led off with a home run, and he was out after 104 pitches, if I remember the pitch count correctly. But happy Independence Day to y'all. I don't know whether you can hear the pops. I don't know whether you can hear the pops or not, but that is fireworks going on outside. I would actually, if I could, maybe if I shut up for a second. Do you hear the pops? I don't know if you can hear the pops or not. I appreciate everybody being in here. We'll recognize some people. Sebastian's in the house. Good to you. Happy 4th of July to you, Sebastian. Hot Neil's here. Come in, enjoy the show for sure. I don't have the soda, but I do have. Actually, I've been thirsty. Well, I killed half my tea already, and I'll tell you why as well. Ed Winchell is here. Happy 4th of July. Turn on CNN. Okay, let me do that. Wait, where's my CNN? That's 360. Okay. CNN. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad you said that. Ed. Oh, but currently, the actually I turned on Fox News, so I am watching fireworks. It's the big Independence Day special, and I'm glad that you at least let me know about this because there's no. I said there was fireworks. I would normally be watching. NBC because they have it, the Macy's fireworks spectacular. But, and this is the way it is with DirecTV, NBC, the current NBC channel is I can't remember what they're affiliated with. Whoever they're affiliated with are going through a contract dispute with DirecTV right now. So there is no NBC on DirecTV. So I can't watch NBC on DirecTV. But Ed, thank you for that. I'm actually watching Fox. And you're showing fireworks from the Capitol. Okay. Hot Neil said a super. Oh, I'll have to show it. Thank you there, Hot Neil, for sending a super sticker. That is one entry. And I didn't forget, Hot Neil, that is one entry into the prize wheel. And there will be a prize wheel pretty soon. I was going to do it tonight, but I didn't get a chance to do it. I will tell you what I did do today. I took today off. I love having, actually, when I went to work yesterday, and I worked 9 hours, so I had to work an extra hour. Because I had to make up for an appointment on Friday, so I worked an extra hour. It was dead. It was dead at work. So it's pretty cool when you're at work and there's really not a lot going on. Not that I would suggest anybody doing it, but there wasn't a lot of things to do. I will be back at work tomorrow and Thursday and Friday, but I will be going to the Phillies Rays game tomorrow after work and Thursday after work. I did watch the game today on my TV. I also did, oh my goodness, and I got to give positives to the grill master. The wonderful lady was out cooking. It was Wow, it was steak, one steak, which we didn't even touch the steak yet. Burgers and dogs and chicken. So much food, and I had some potato chips. And we didn't eat anything else with it. But although I did have some cheesecake a little while ago, that was like the dessert. But I had a big, like a big breast portion of chicken. That was a little while ago. I had a huge burger with cheese, and I had some hot dogs, actually two, and I'm full with the barbecue chips, and then with the cheese. So I'm full. But I will have food for the rest of the week when I go to work. I don't have to worry about getting any food because I'll have leftovers for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, which I will have for the entire week. But it was wonderful. So again, my hats off to the lady behind the grill today. DirecTV is the next Redbox. I don't get that, Anthony, but I got you. I got two. You got two. I think you got two entries. Yes, end of the satellite, probably. I still have DirecTV. I'm eventually, probably going to be going over to something else. But while I do, I gotta look out for what the channels are, how much everything costs. If YouTube has like the movie networks and how much the movie networks cost on YouTube, I might do that next year. I missed the boat this year for the Sunday ticket. I want to see if I actually miss the Sunday ticket this year. And if I don't miss the Sunday ticket, I won't be getting it. Uh, Robert Bigler, to you, salute to you as well. Again, I hope I said that my best to my boy Ed Winchell. Ed, I got my phone here. Text, is there any news? Any news? I'd love to hear news. What else we got? Happy 4th Nation. We got John Leon's in the house. And thank you to our military for our freedom. Thank you again. Independence Day, where we get a chance again. I mean, the day that you always say thanks for the you have Veterans Day, you have Memorial Day, and then of course Independence Day. So we've been around for, I want to say, was it 247? I think it's 247. I think in 3 years it'll be 250. Did you know we built the Washington Monument to give England the finger? That I did not know, but I did know this: that the Washington Monument, there is a visible dichotomy in the stones, because they can only put so many stones up there and the marble that it was made in. And if you get, it's probably about 1/3 the way done. Then the stones that fill out the top are a different blend. So they did finally finish the Washington Monument, but you can see like there's 1/3 of the way is the was it the granite or the marble, whatever it's made out of. I don't know. I think it's marble. Has a one shade, and then the rest of it has a different shade. That much I do know. We built the Washington Monument to give England the finger. I can believe that to a point. Hey, Robert Bigler sends you his best, and Furpo says Raiders, which is good. Salutes all the way around. Saw some adorable pictures of your family. Biggs? Yeah, I didn't see Biggs, so you'll have to show me too. I don't get a chance to Facebook. I don't get a chance to Facebook snoop. Dish is a lot cheaper. No, honey, I don't want Dish. If when I leave DirecTV, and like I said, I probably will next year. When I leave DirecTV, it'll be for good. I pay $55 a month. Okay, well, but see, I get all the movie channels and all the sports channels and things like that. Do you know that we are back-to-back World War champs? Yeah, I like that. Did you know that we are back-to-back World War champs? Yes, we are. World War. Because Korea Nam doesn't count. Desert Shield, Desert Storm doesn't count. And Enduring Freedom doesn't count. But World War? Yeah. Anthony says they're blocking the Raiders on CBS? Huh. Anthony, you'll have to let me know what that is, about what the block is. Some stones were used in Bunker Hill. Okay. Or were they the same stones? The same stones. Okay. But again, I know that the stones of marble are different. Rafael Chassi Montillo, who was in the other night, thank you for that. Crocky's bitch ass has a lot of money to get the Raiders blocked in SoCal. You need to have YouTube Sunday ticket. Okay. I don't live in SoCal, Anthony, so I will defer to you on that one. I will defer to you on that one. Furpo with another Raiders. It's good to see. Ed, like I said, I got my phone. If you text any new news I need to know, let me see. I will say that there was a bummer. There was one bummer today. Again, I found out that my American Express card was, somebody grabbed it, so it was I had to block my American Express card. So they're sending me an American Express card. It'll be here in about 10 days. But what's crap about it is that I usually buy my travel on my American Express card because it is my corporate card. It's for me, which means until I get my card, I can't buy anything online that I need for travel. That is upsetting. That is upsetting. Ed, I got a question for you. I got one question for you. This is for Eddie Winchell. If I was to get a flight leaving Sacramento at about midnight on the Sunday after, Raider Nation Explosion 4, and I was to get back to Sacramento, actually it'd have to be by 10 o'clock p.m., hopefully a lot sooner, because then we can go out, we can do some dinner. And if we get together, I'd be you, me, Kojo. It would be Jack Kenna if he's up there. There's also somebody else up there in Sacramento. We can do a nice dinner in Sacramento, and then I can go to the airport, because I did do the time mathematical equations, but I still need, until I know what's going on, I can't per se do. Okay, cool, thank you. No problem. So if I get to Sacramento by 10, hopefully a lot sooner, especially if we leave in the morning or afternoon from Madeira, get up to Sacramento, then we can do dinner, and then we can do because I'll buy a plane ticket that'll leave as late as possible, so I can roll into work the next day. It'll be one of those red eyes, but that will be good. Thank you there, Ed. I appreciate that. Hopefully some good news soon. And again, good news today was the fact that Phillies won 3-1. I'll be at the Phillies game tomorrow and Thursday, so that's good news. I did, and you might not say that, but I moved my CDs, because I put my CD player together. Finally, I thought it was working into my Bose system that I'm watching. And I was put my CD player together because I wanted to put some CDs in for when I get behind my drum set. I'll do a discussion about my drum set in a minute. but that finally works. But I noticed that in front of my desk, over in the corner behind a bunch of crap, all my CDs were there, right? And I couldn't get at them because they were buried behind extra pictures and extra mementos that normally would have gone up on the wall. So I had to move an entire huge, it was probably what, 5 feet high, one of those CD cases that's like 5 feet high with all of the CDs. I had to move that. I had to move the pictures out in order to move the CDs over to the front door to my office space studio, right? So now that's done. So I'm doing things one by one by one. I watched all of the Planet of the Apes movies today. That's what I did while I was eating. I was like, cool. So that was they missed one. I saw the Planet of the Apes, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, Escape from the Planet of the Apes, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, but they didn't play Battle for the Planet of the Apes. And I remember that one. I just remember it really sucked the most. But they didn't play that one, which was okay, because remember, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes was basically, where the apes take over the world. So yeah, but Battle for, I don't even remember when that came out, but it was horrible. The Phillies are playing the Rays, Rob. They're playing the Rays in Tampa, or actually technically in St. Pete. So I will be going to see the Phillies play the Rays in St. Pete. And remember, the Rays are the best team in the American League. I couldn't say baseball because actually the Braves have a better record. So, but by like a game or two. They have a better record by a game or two. But the Rays lost to the Phillies today. So the Phillies had to play the best team in baseball, which is the Braves. And then they also had to play the best team in the American League, which is the Rays. So they've had some good competition this year. Captain, can you help me? Where's Orange Park? Orange Park is in Jacksonville, Hot Meal. Jacksonville is in Orange Park is in Jacksonville. So that's where that is. But while I got you guys here, and by the way, this is not on Roku. It's not on Roku. Now, having said that, if you don't mind, if you can have a conversation without swearing, I can use this for a Roku show at a later time. Because remember, tomorrow, I won't be on Wild Wild West, so I'll be watching the game. Thursday, I will not be on my regular show on Thursday. And then Sunday, as you remember, I won't be on my Sunday show because I will be at the Florida Amphitheater watching Foreigner's last show. Whose jersey's that? That's Todd Christensen, Robert. Ed Winchell with a comment. Yeah, well, you can write that. I don't have to show it. But, but I'm saying if you don't swear, I can use this at a Roku later on. No. I knew what Ed was trying to say. But anyway, it's the 4th of July. I ate a lot. Had a great day. Relaxed. And, what a bummer. Ed does know what my type is, as Doc Cabral knows what my type is. Hopefully, we'll figure out my type when Ed and I hang out in Sacramento, in Vegas, and all that. Dave Costa? No. But it was a Dave Costa. You trying Dave Casper? Dave Casper is 87. No. Dave Casper was 87, not Todd Christensen was 46. I think that's who you were trying to say, Dave Casper. I don't know who Dave Costa is. Might be one of those people. But we're I said great baseball day today. There was no, like I said, basketball and hockey are done. Football's done with the USFL, and the XFL was done a while ago. XFL lost. Oh, what was it? Was it over anywhere from $40 to $100 million? 40 to 100 million. Dave Costa wore it from 63 to 65. Okay. Dave Costa. I've never heard of Dave Costa, Rob. I'm just, but yeah, Christensen is the 46. The 46, especially it was signed. And may Todd Christensen rest in peace. Oh, like I said, when I did clean out that one area, these extra banners and whatnot. Have you heard anything about the RFC in August? Yeah, RFC in August is the same date. I believe it's August 3rd in San Diego. Is that what you? By the way, I owed you a call. I was supposed to give you a call today. Was that what you were asking me about? August. I believe it's August 3rd in San Diego. I'd like to go, but I can't take time. As Ed knows what I'm talking about, and Hollywood knows what I'm talking about. But I'll just leave it at that. If things change, I might be able to go to the Raider Fan Convention in San Diego. I will try, but I don't know. August 5th. Okay. Dave Costa was a great defensive tackle. I thought, didn't he play for the Saints? Dave Costa? I thought he played for the Saints. There's players at a Cardinals game. I don't know what Jimmy, I can't remember the comedian, Jimmy Fallon. Broncos and Chargers. Okay. Oh yeah. They're not showing any more. They're not showing any more fireworks. Thank you, Ed. I'm not gonna. I'll go back to. I was watching Robinson, or Jackie, I should say, 42. I was watching the movie 42. I'll go back to that. I got another 25 minutes on that. But Pee Wee Reese comes over. This is when Jackie played the 1 year, his first year, he played at first base. A lot of people didn't know that. He played at first base his first year with the Dodgers because I think it was it Stenke? Played Eddie Stenke, I think, played second base. But Pee Wee Reese came over and put his arm around Jackie. I like that story as well because, Pee Wee was from the South as well. And, there was a lot of issues going on there. But great story. If you hadn't had a chance to see 42, I recommend it. Checking in to support the show. Don't have much to say. Jason Goff, salute to you, sir. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Jason Goff. Remember, when the Raiders play this year, second week in Buffalo, Jason Goff will be bringing a hell of a lot of people over from the New England Raider Booster Club, Jason Goff's group, over to the Buffalo area boys, which are, Stone City? I can't remember all of the names of there's at least 3 or 4 Buffalo Raider groups with New England coming in as well. I'm sure that also the Silver and Black Empire from New York will be representing hard. I'm sure Jersey Shore will be there repping hard again, only because if it's in the Northeast, you're going to see New England, you're going to see Jersey Shore, you're going to see uh, Empire. So that's it. And Andrew with New England, and yeah, Jason has a great club there, Doc. Jason has a great club. But how was your again? I this is what I did for my um oh Mike, I'm not staying at a hotel. I am not staying at a hotel, Mike. I'm staying at a bed and breakfast. I'm staying at a bed and breakfast or an Airbnb. So there's a group of us that are going to down to Miami. I'm not at a hotel, but we'll be hanging out with the events. So make sure you give me a call. I mean, we missed you last time. We missed you last time there, Mike. It'd be good to see you this time again. But yeah, you're not running the show, isn't that? I mean, when you're not running the show, it's better when you're not running the show. You can actually enjoy yourself a little bit more. Um, I'm not running the show next year when the Raiders come to Tampa. When the Raiders come to Tampa, not doing it. First off, I don't have a club. I will support whoever does the festivities here. I will support, I will be there and giving them the best I can and giving them somebody that, for, a face for what's going on. But I am not running anything. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. So I'm in Lake Havasu City for VA appointments. Wow, man. I hope you're okay. Captain, are you guys signing Marcus Peters? Why don't you have a club, Captain? Gabe, I had a club. It's a long story. I'd rather not espouse on it because I was the founding member. In fact, I'll even show you a patch. Is it here? I had it over here. Yeah, here we go. In fact, I have two patches. I have two separate patches. These are a collector's item. Okay. I was the founder of the Florida Bay Area Raider Boosters. The founder of the Florida Bay Area Raider Boosters. Okay. From way back when. Founder and president. And this is the alternate patch, which is blacked out. Some people prefer this one. But yeah, I still got these patches. These are collector's items. They're quite if you want one, they'll cost you a penny, but I'll sell them. They go for about. I'll undercut them. I think I'll probably sell them for about 15 a pop. So Tampa is up for grabs next year. Yeah, Mike, good. Yeah, Mike says Tampa's up for grabs. I don't know who's going to be running it. And Mike, thank you for this. Said great president of our club. Thank you, Mike. Mike was there for a large portion of time there, and I appreciate. Mike was a very supportive member of my club, and I had a lot of good members, but there is a reason why I am no longer associated with the Raider Club here in Tampa. I don't want to talk about it because this leaves a very bad taste in my mouth. Jason Goff knows, and club presidents of other clubs know. But you know what? I will say this. Being able to be Captain Jack and going everywhere is one of the best things that I can do to represent all Raider clubs internationally. So, in that respect, being a quote unquote free agent is a good thing. So, thank you on that. Thanks, Mike. But what did you guys do? What did you guys do for the fourth? I'd like to hear about it. Like I said, I watched baseball. I watched the was it the Planet of the Apes movies. I ate like a banshee. Yeah, there are Pats clubs everywhere, Doc Cabral. But if you want to come in and talk, there's the link. Tell me what you did today. Tell me what you did today for your 4th of July. And again, if you can do it without swearing, I would appreciate it, because then can have a show that I can broadcast on Roku on Thursday when I will need a show. Friday, because I'm supposed to do a show on Roku on Friday. Friday, I might have one of these impromptu shows, because normally I don't have a show on Tuesday, unless I'm doing an interview. And by the way, if you have not seen the interview with Van McElroy from last Tuesday, you're missing out. But let me know what you did on the 4th. Again, I know I got a chance to Biagio, Pietroburgo, FX. I have no clue. I just got a friend request from somebody that I have no clue. Oh, Thrash. Good. I haven't seen Thrash in a bit. Good to see you, Thrash. And I am going to bring in OG. And yes, OG, you always say, is it on Roku? It's not. Having said that, though, if you can still not swear, then I can use this for a Roku show on Thursday. That's my phone, too. Okay. Well, without further ado, by the way, Thrash, good to see you. I haven't seen Thrash in a while. What'd you do for the 4th of July? Okay. We're going to bring my shipmate in crime in here, and that's OG Jack Daniels, a fellow shipmate and veteran, and hopefully he's doing well. I reached out to him the other day, but apparently he was at the dentist. So he did say, hey, I was at the dentist. So I've been checked down on the Raiders lately. Yeah, that's fine, Thrash. We're talking sports. We're talking whatever you want to, Thrash. But we're going to start with OG. OG, how you doing, brother? Hey, that's it. Now, the smile on your face, that's a positive sign. What's going on with you, partner?
Well, I found out we're not on Roku, so I'm about to go full Tourette. Just kidding.
Well,
no, man. Look, you called me. It was weird. You called me. You said you were thinking about me and all that stuff. I was in the dentist chair. Right?
Yeah.
I had to get a couple of extractions. And they gave me the antibiotics. I took them over 10 days. But my appointment wasn't until 20 days later, right? So they go to pull the two. They pulled one and realized, oh, no, you got reinfected. You got to come back August 3rd. We're going to send you more antibiotics. Take them 10 days before, and then we'll get that last. So I'm like, all right, well, I already paid for it. So, okay, whatever. Otherwise, things are strange. I changed. I had a company I was working for 3 years. And 6 months ago, that ended. And then I was working for another company, and I hated the job. Don't get me wrong. It was easy, but it was like, hated the job. And things were bad for me over the last 6 months, like up here. And the company I used to work for called me back and said, things have sucked. We want you back. I don't want you to be on the phone, though. I want you to manage and train the telemarketers team we're going to put together, me and you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Back to the fun stuff. More money involved.
Good.
And
Well, especially because they called you
Yeah.
because they needed you. They missed you. They missed your expertise. So, of course, it's like, hey, if you want me back, let's have a little bit of scratch my way, too.
well, yeah, they tried to offer me less, and I laughed at them. I said, "You think you could live on that?" And they started, "Okay, all right. You know, like I'm not even gonna mess with you." And it turned out to be more. And today we did a typical New York barbecue for 4th of July, sausage and peppers. Me and my wife were enjoying a good sausage and peppers and a good meat sauce stuffed in a roll. Oh my God, it was so good. Things are getting better. Like my wife and I get to see the grandchildren we haven't seen in 10 years. We get like all this good stuff's happening, these blessings. Yeah, I got a lot of medical issues I'm working on. Things are getting a little better there. Got some dental stuff, gonna take care of that. But getting in a more positive frame of mind, it's been a little difficult the last 6 months. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I went down a dark road. Going to church again, just doing all the right stuff and cutting back on some stuff like Mr. 2-pack a day is now down to a half pack a day.
Fantastic.
Mr. 5th a day is down to 2 drinks a day.
Double family.
Just dialing it back and trying to get right. Having a great relationship with my family and my wife and just trying to get back to the good me, not angry, depressed me, because I was living there for a while, dark in my head. Now, you said something about you're not going to be doing the Wild Wild West this week.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing the Wild Wild West. Tom Jones is going to be filling in for me tomorrow.
Okay, because I was going to say, you had me fill in for you one time.
Yeah.
And the guys told me they liked what I brought to the show, which was nice. And they said that people liked it because I told them, I was like, well, Captain Jack's gone. Now you got Lieutenant Diane. And we went from there. And it was fun. So if you ever need me to jump in on that again, yeah, I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be great.
What I will do is that anytime, and they got a way to get a hold of you, right?
You probably have to send Richie my email again, but yeah.
Okay. What I will do is, if and when I know, I will say, hey, you can call OG Jack Daniels, or you can call Tom Jones. Those are that's my Raider fill-in.
Yeah, because we gotta have representation one way or another.
Yeah, you gotta have rep. And it's kind of like when Carson had Doc Severinsen come on, and he had what was it? God, he had a couple people. He had like a couple comedians that would, like Joan Rivers was Carson's. When Carson was out, it was like Joan Rivers, and he had a couple of the old New York. Was it not Joey Bishop?
He had some backups.
Yeah, he had.
And don't get me wrong, I love when Tom Jones goes on because I can make my "she's a lady" comments and stuff like that. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, and I did want to do this as well. Thrash, I'm very sorry to hear about your grandfather's passing. I wanted to get it into the segue as well. So again, positive comments and blessings to Thrash on his time of loss.
Wow.
Again, yeah, and that's why he hasn't been here. Thrash comes on my show when he hears and he knows about it. So I appreciate.
So obviously, Thrash has been doing caregiving.
Yeah, he's been doing some caregiving.
Good. Makes him he's a better human being for that.
Take care there, Jason Goff. Again, Jason Goff, Northeast Raider Booster Club. Look him up if you're ever in the area. I think he's in the Providence area.
Daggone, Jason.
Yeah, great.
I wore deodorant and everything.
Yeah. And B.Al is 46 today, so hey.
B.Al, youngin.
Youngin, yeah. I got underwear older than you, Al. I don't say I wear them, but I do have underoos. No, I don't have any underoos. I'm just saying, but I do have clothes that are older than 46 years old.
What's underwear?
Yep. Come on, man. I'm sure you still have some of your navy tighty whities.
Nah, man, I've gone commando since I was in.
Okay.
I like free bird. Okay.
In more ways than one. And again, Thras is here, and again, good to see you. But what? So you had your sausage and peppers. That sounds good.
Oh yeah, sausage, peppers, tomato sauce, some fresh basil and oregano, garlic, a little bit of red wine in the sauce. Cook it up, make it nice and thick. Stuff it in that good Italian bread roll.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, oh yeah.
Well, I tell you what I'm going to do is and hopefully Hollywood is still here. One of these days, if and when I'm in a position where I can actually travel, if I'm in a position where I can actually travel, I'm going to go up to South Carolina. I'm going to say, hey, I'm going through South Carolina. I'm going to obviously see you. I'm going to see Wood. I'm going to see Jay. So, because I know y'all are up in South Carolina, and then I'll get, if I'm invited, I'll come over and visit everybody at their house.
Jay's closest to the major highway, so we're off the back roads here. I would have to go over to see where Jay is because I know where she lives, and yeah, I'd go over that way and meet with you guys there because she's near a major highway.
Okay.
Unfortunately, our team isn't traveling anywhere close to where I live this year.
Not this year. I think what the closest is either Chicago or Detroit. Well, yeah, Chicago and Detroit or
Miami. Yeah, when is that Miami game?
It's in October. No, November.
Okay, because I may have the opportunity to travel this year because things have gotten a little better as far as financially. Thank God. So it'd be kind of cool. I like Miami. Miami's kind of cool. Got a little vibe that's real nice.
Yeah. Vicky, good to see you, Vicky. I miss Vicky as well.
Hey, Vicky, how you doing?
Yeah, I got to find out when I'm going to see Vicky this year because Vicky is unless things change, I'm not going to LA. I'm not going to LA, which is early, but unless things change, I'm not going to be in LA, and that's a bummer because I wanted to see some folks that are actually out in LA too. But I know I'm not going out to. I know I'm not going to Denver the very first game of the year, but we'll see where I go. Otherwise, yeah, Vicky's been working a lot. But which is good. I'm glad that things are good. Things are okay. I'm glad that Vicky's okay, but I also know that when she's been working, which is good, because money and a job is a really, really good thing. Yeah, November 19th is the Miami game, according to Edwin.
Yeah, see, last year when I went to LA, I went to my daughter's graduation. I had some business meetings with my business partner. I had like a bunch of stuff going on. I got to meet up with Dirty and Gabe. Okay, Raider Gabe and Dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty cool. It was for a day. Otherwise, it was all work, and my daughter's graduation. And I just didn't get a chance to meet up with Vicky, which sucked because I really wanted to. But the schedule was just brutal. I went out there. It was not a vacation. It was nonstop. Go. And This year's a good year for me to just slow down, go have some fun. I would like to maybe go to a Raiders game. In Miami would be great. It's in November, maybe. Otherwise, realistically, I'll give all that up if I could just take my wife and the dogs, get a yurt or a cabin in Tennessee, the Smoky Mountains, spend a little bit of Christmas up there, just living off the land, chilling out, and just doing some slow vacation stuff because we haven't had a vacation forever. And good God, we need one.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be nice to take my wife up to a cabin, hang out with my dogs, my wife, and just chill for the Christmas vacation. We get 2 weeks off for Christmas. I do, and it would be nice to be able to do something like that because, good God, we need it. We need that little bit of peace and quiet, rest of mind. Vicky, missed you too. I missed you too. I really wished we could have met up.
Let's see. Even John Leon says that you're looking much happier than the last time we were on, which is
Thank,
positive.
thank you, John. Yeah, man, I had to get in the right frame of mind. I was so negative and so freaking going down a dark hole. I had lost my job. Things were bad for me medically, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially. Like things got bad. And I went down into a dark place. And I'm glad I'm out of it too, bro. Because I felt like crap for 6 straight months. And things have turned around. I'm trying to turn things around. I know some of it was on the rest of the world, and a lot of it was on me. And I had to fix what was in me first to get it turned around. You get to a certain age, you think you got it figured out, then you figure out I got I got a lot to learn.
Well, I personally, I'm glad you're here. I do got Gabe backstage, and I know Gabe wants to throw some things out as well. But I wanted, obviously, I saw you on. I definitely pop an OG on. Make sure that you get your spot here as well. I am very happy to know that you're down from 2 packs to a half a pack. I'm very happy to know that you're down from a fifth to 2 drinks a day. That's good. And other things that are good for you. I'm very happy to hear about that because again, we all care for you and we want to make sure that you're as healthy as possible. I say this as I find out that I'm probably up 27 pounds. Not, like not immediately, but I noticed that I went from 252. Now I'm like at 270, 275, 276. And that was maybe, before today. Yeah, I need to go on that. By the way, and congratulations. I'm gonna give some positivity to Wood. Hollywood has dropped, I want to say at least 30 or 35 pounds since football season. And that's wonderful. 30 to
Well, I'm up from 240 to 260 something, but that's because of the medications I'm on, the blood pressure meds, the what's that? The other meds that I'm on. Like I can't do nothing about it. I eat one meal a day, but I've gained. I went from 240 to 267, I believe. But the blood pressure medication, the steroid shots they have to give me, and the prostate meds, they make you gain weight. It is what it is. I eat one meal a day, but here we are gaining weight. Can't do nothing about it until one of the prostate meds will wear off eventually in the next few months. And then we'll see what we can get then. I'm trying to get more physically active, like walking my dog around more instead of just putting him on the lead because I need to. I need to move around more. And that's next. That's what I'm working on. But you know, You deal with life as it comes at you.
Okay. Well, again, positives to OG. It's good for the positivity in the show. We all want to make sure that you're doing well, and blessed to you, sir. I'm going to bring Gabe in as well. Did you want to say hi to Gabe personally before you?
Yeah, let me say hi and then I'll jump off.
Okay, yeah, Gabe, get ready. We're gonna bring Gabe here on a 3-screen. Gabe, another 3-screen for you.
Gabe, you're not that pretty according to your picture. What's going on?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Where's your picture? Where are you?
Hold on. Hold up. Give me a second. Hold on. I'll turn my camera.
Let's see your mug.
Yeah, let's see your mug. There you go.
You're from New York. Show your mug. There you go.
There you go.
I'm from New York. Show the mug.
That's right.
How are you doing? How's everyone doing tonight?
We're good.
Good. Got the interrogation light on. I see. That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good tonight. I'm happy to hear about you, OG. I haven't seen you in a while on the show, so I'm happy to see you again, and I'm glad you're back better than ever.
But went to the dark side, came back, and so how you feeling about Darren Waller?
I think if he stays healthy, he'll be very good for us.
Well, and that's probably true. If he stays healthy, he'll be good for you. If not, you're going to deal with what we dealt with. It is what it is.
I think he sounds motivated. Every time you ask someone in the Giants building or someone, a coach, a player, they all say he's very positive, very good teammate. So that's something I like to hear, considering some of the horror stories I've heard that happened at the Raiders. But hopefully,
new environment.
Right. New environment. Yep. And I'm hoping that's what we.
He gets real pizza now.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
But
Hey, good to see that. So again, new environment will help out a lot of different people. Now, so and that's why and OG's in a positive state, so we'll see him on a for more things going on. Daniel, thank you for coming in, sir. It's always positive with you there, shipmate.
All right, brother. You have a good night. Gabe, good seeing you again.
Yeah, good seeing you.
You have a good night.
You too. You as well.
There you go. OG Daniel, good to see you. OG. And Anna came in. Anna, good to see you. And Vicky's home barbecue. Oh, I did not let him go. Come back in, Gabe. Come back in. Because I there you go. I did not kick Gabe out.
That's
Gabe,
my bad. I hit the little circle button at the top.
Yeah, I did not kick you out, Gabe. Come back. Thank you. Come back in. Because normally you'll know when I say, well, that's enough from you, kid. You're gone. And I did not do that. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew that.
Yeah, I know. I accidentally hit the little refresh button on top. But,
okay, good.
How you doing tonight, Captain? Happy 4th.
I'm full. I'm full. I said a big burger with 2 slices of cheese, not good for me. The chicken was good. I had 2 hot dogs. My rolls were fresh rolls with like garlic roll, because I made them like garlic bread, which I think makes them taste better. The chicken, I had some cheesecake. I did have like my teas. I'm having another tea. I did find out again that, and this is something that they were saying before, that aspartame is a carcinogen. There you go. I knew I'd get it. Because so I was like, well, I've given up aspartame in the diet drinks a long time ago. But I looked at my Crystal Light.
Mm-hmm.
And aspartame is in Crystal Light. So now I got to wean myself off of Crystal Light because I don't like drinking water. I'm going to look to see what Mio has. If Mio has aspartame, I can't use Mio either. But I got to figure out what's going on with aspartame because I don't like drinking water. So yeah, we'll find it. But again, For those that don't know, many years ago, like in the 70s and 80s, they came out where they said saccharin was a cancer causer and it was rat poison, right? My mom used to have Sweet and Low that had saccharin in her teas forever. So same thing with me. For those that drink aspartame, get off of it. I know it's hard to say, hard to do, but get off aspartame. You will thank me for it. And this is another thing as well. If you are a guy, especially, and you drink Mountain Dew, stop drinking it.
I don't drink Mountain Dew. Nope.
Okay. There is a substance in Mountain Dew that is a prostate cancer developer. And I had two of my gal pals that I respected a lot. Both of them lost their husbands because all their husbands did was drink Dew, and they both had prostate cancer. Also, the guy that was in Roadhouse, Patrick Swayze, was a humongous drinker of Mountain Dew. He had prostate cancer. So once I heard this, I stopped Mountain Dew a long time ago as well. So
you said Crystal Light has
Crystal Light has aspartame in it.
Like the zero sugar lemonade and iced tea?
Yes.
Oh God. Well, I have a lot of I make Arnold Palmer with that stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, and I use the Crystal Lights for the for my teas and my lemonades and things like that. So I'm going to get rid of and it's going to be hard for me. I would rather drink, and I looked at this. This says 130 calories. I get that it has more calories than the 0 calories of Crystal Light, but it doesn't have artificial sweeteners. So I will take a regular Coke over a Diet Coke. I will take this purely sweet tea over, anything that has aspartame in it. The artificial sweeteners are bad for you. Even Georgia Patriot said that. Yep. I was going to say that. My grandpa, thank you there. That even Thrash was talking about aspartame being a carcinogen 20 years ago. It's been identified again. I got to get off of it, so I will. And we'll do that. And most artificial sweeteners diminish the body's ability to process real sugar. They still make you gain weight. Well, okay. And I know I shouldn't drink sodas, but I only drink, normally I drink only one soda a day, and that's because I need the caffeine to keep me awake in the afternoon, because if I don't stay awake, then I don't want to fall asleep at my desk, at my job. That is a bad thing. You don't want to fall asleep at your job. It bodes not good for you. So facts from the captain. If you want to come into the show tonight, we got some people we haven't seen from Thrash in a while. It's good to see Thrash. It's great to see Vicky Orr. So, and it's good to see Gabe on camera instead of that little New York Giant pick things. Sodas have too much sodium too. Yeah, and Doc Cabral is also a doc. Vicky Orr is in the medical profession. So again, anything that these folks will tell you is stuff that's good for your health, and I do try to abide by it. But while you're there, get the link. Come on in. We're an hour into the show. What did you do for the 4th of July? How are you feeling today on the 4th of July about your team? I'm feeling good about my Phillies. I'll feel okay about my Raiders once I know who the quarterback is. I'll feel better if I know that our running back, just like Gabe's running back, Gabe is probably going to have Saquon come in.
I'm not concerned at all.
Yeah, Gabe's not concerned about Saquon. I'm a little bit concerned. I mean,
it's kind of hard to say here's a franchise tag when he was the rushing leader this past year in the whole NFL. I'm just saying. That's all. I think that's a hard thing. I mean, I guess he wasn't the rushing leader before this past year, but when you're coming off of a year like that, it's kind of hard to not pay him. But Saquon, same old. I don't really care at this point. I think he's going to be a Giant week 1, no matter what. I mean, he could not show up to all of training camp, and I still would not be worried. I mean, seriously, He could not show up all training camp, and I would still come on here and say I'm not worried. So yeah, I'm not concerned. Any Giants fan that knows what they're talking about shouldn't be concerned. He has the playbook. He's worked out with his teammates. He knows exactly what his job is, and if he holds out a training camp, I mean, honestly, what's the point anyway? You don't get a contract by holding out a training camp because you have to sign the franchise tag before that. And if you if you don't sign the franchise tag, then it's like then you can't play the season. So it's kind of like, what's the point, anyways? But I don't know what's going on with Josh Jacobs. What's going on over there with Josh Jacobs?
Well, as Ed says, Jacobs Jacobs is waiting on Barkley. Barkley's waiting on Jacobs. They're both waiting on each other because whoever signs first, the other guy is going to sign for $1 more. Is about what
Jacobs has way more leverage than Saquon does, though.
A bit, yeah, a bit.
Way more leverage. Saquon had a good contract year, but Josh Jacobs had a way better contract year. I mean, that was what he did. I remember when Josh Jacobs was playing in the Hall of Fame game. The Hall of Fame game. I mean, that was like the one time you actually saw a meaningful player play in the Hall of Fame game. I mean, so that's just, I mean, that's.
And that actually was something that was on his mind. That's a diss. That is a diss.
Yeah.
When you were showing your star in the Hall of Fame game, you're not supposed to be playing your star.
No.
And he took that as a diss.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if I was him, I'd be pissed. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I wouldn't be happy if I was him coming off of a rushing title year. They didn't want to give him the 5th-year option. They didn't really. I don't think they really were looking for him to be the rushing leader this year. I mean, didn't seem like. I know, but it was. But yeah, he was. I mean, that's exactly, and that's why he wants to get paid now. I think they'll both sign for 11 to 13 million. Do you think Josh Jacobs is going to take 11 to 13 million?
I think that ultimately, remember now, the best back in the league is only signed for 12.5.
Who? Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry as a contract.
Yeah, but Derrick Henry. The thing with Jacobs is he's younger. He's like what, 20?
I understand that, but you know what? He's younger, yes, and but he's got to show durability. Josh showed durability last year. Last year was the only year that Josh Jacobs, to my estimation, wasn't out any games. Because the year prior he was out 2 to 3. The year before that he was out 2 to 3. So, he said, "Oh, you want to see if I'm durable? I'm durable." Okay. And, I think that was, especially like I said, they played him in the Hall of Fame game. That is a diss.
Yeah, so, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that is a diss.
Yeah. I think that ultimately, like Ed says, I think that ultimately he's going to sign. It's a question of for how much and for how long.
Well, let's see. I don't think he'll sign for 11 million. I mean, I think the Raiders would have already done that if that was the case. 13, that's realistic. 13 million, that's probably around where he'll land. 13 to 13.5 million. That's
see, and that's what I would do if Henry's at 12.5, say we'll sign you for 13.
Yeah,
because that'll make you the largest paid running back at a younger age, and it will show what he is worth. I can deal with 13. In fact, I do this. I would say a 3-year contract at basically 40 million, with the first 2 years guaranteed, 13, or 13.3, 13.3, 13.3. That's 40 million. Actually, it's 39.9. I'm rounding it up, right?
Yeah.
But the first 2 years are guaranteed. The last year is not.
He's gonna want somewhat guarantees in the last year.
Right. Well, no. But see, at the 3-year deal, the first 2 years are guaranteed.
Fully guaranteed?
Fully guaranteed at 13.3.
Okay. But okay, so what you got to remember is you got to calculate so how much guaranteed money is it then?
It's 20. It's 26.6.
Okay, so 26.6 guaranteed. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because you have to be over the 23 million guaranteed because of the 2 franchise tags added together are $23 million guaranteed. So, like, if you franchise tagged him this year, next year, it would be like $23 million guaranteed. So you have to be over that amount of money for him to actually take the deal. Like, basically, like, if he has common sense, which I'm assuming he does, he would want over 23 million guaranteed. So yeah, that might work. Yeah, that might work. He might want.
That's the easiest thing to do for me. That's what I would do.
He might want some. I don't know. A lot of players are more like everyone's about. So this is what Saquon basically said. He had a little interview at his little kids camp, and basically he said, APY is one thing, but I really care about what the guaranteed money is. So that was something. There were. You don't know if them fireworks were made in China. Oh my god. No, guaranteed money seems like more of what players want now than APY. That's just kind of my guaranteed money matters a lot more to these players than you would think. So I guess I don't know. I guess Josh would take that probably.
I think so. Doc is asking what's the current price. The tag number is 10-1.
Right, but it goes up by a certain percent if you tag him again year 2.
Yeah,
right.
But see, I think that he stated that there's something where it's like we can't tag him again.
There shouldn't be anything like that. You can tag him. I think you can only tag a player twice, though. I think.
Yeah, I think, but I think that next year he wouldn't play under that. That's why I said give him a 3-year deal, 2 guaranteed.
Yeah,
26.6 guaranteed, and do it.
Right.
Do it. That's what I would do.
What's the current price for RBs? Well, you have kind of like 3 tiers.
And Robert, I see you, Robert. We're going to talk Eagles in a minute with Robert as soon as Gabe gives me his best. Go ahead, Gabe. Finish the thought.
So you have basically 3 tiers of RB money or of running back market money right now. So you've got Henry, Chubb, who are in like that 12.5 area. Mm-hmm. You got Henry and Chubb. That's where it starts. And then you have kind of Kamara on his own little island in the 14 million range. And then you have McCaffrey in the 16 million range. So it's kind of like 3 different tiers basically of top right. That's a top running back. It's not like the like the Miles Sanders who's getting 7 million APY. This is like the top running back tier. So if you look at it, I think Jacobs probably wants to be on his own tier of the 13 million range, maybe the 13 to 14 million range, kind of around there. Same with Saquon. I think that's where Saquon wants to be as well. But I don't know. We'll see how it all turns out. I think Saquon will play on the tag. I don't know. I'm not going to speak for what the Raiders and Josh Jacobs. I don't know how that is. I don't know what Jacobs has done in the offseason. I don't know anything about that. So I'm not going to speak to that. But
Jacobs has not done anything with the team at all. He stayed away. They don't even know. They do know that he's living and breathing, I think. And that's about the only thing that they do know, because he has been active on Twitter. I don't know if he's done any videos on Twitter.
Yeah.
But, I'm just saying they're pretty sure he's alive and kicking. But they don't know anything other than that. I'm sure he's working out on his own. I'm sure he's doing that.
Your guys' issue is you don't have a quarterback to be like, all right, we're going to go work out at this community park this weekend. Saturday. Like, you guys don't have an early. I mean, you have Jimmy G, but is he even cleared to throw or whatever yet? Is he?
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, he does. There are quarterbacks on the roster. There's Garbers and there's Garbers and O'Connell who's the rookie. So there's the first one year in player on a second year, and then the rookie O'Connell. There are quarterbacks there, but he doesn't need the Raider quarterbacks. He can find somebody to actually work out with if it comes down to that.
Well, I remember last year, didn't Carr do something with the team or something like that?
Well, Carr was throwing passes to Adams, but Carr always had done that with Adams in the offseason as well. That was the first time they would get together in the offseason and do that. And then Anna's saying this, and this is true, and this is really upsetting as well. Jimmy Garoppolo's not showing his face anywhere in the community, and that sucks.
All right. Well, let's give him some time. All right. Let's he may not even be in Las Vegas yet, for all you know. I'm just putting it out there. I mean, let him get acclimated. I mean, he's going through a lot of stuff right now. But I'm sure once the season starts, he was good in San Francisco. He interacted with the fan. Didn't some fan yell at him when he walked into Allegiant Stadium or something like that? Okay, I thought there was like a video of him, a fan yelling at him, like he walked into Allegiant Stadium and there was someone like the stands yelling. I don't know, something like that. But TB12 did that with his wide receivers, right? Yeah, a lot of quarterbacks do it. Daniel Jones did it. I know TB12 did. I think Jimmy is in the strip clubs. Oh my God, y'all! I mean, I'm not gonna say you're lying.
I was gonna say I cannot confirm or deny that. And like I said, Gabe, give me your best because I want to get Robert on as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, kind of this is really the off season now, not when there's a lot of stuff happening. Still some solid guys on the free agent market. I know the Giants, Yannick Ngakoue, I don't know, something like that. Solid edge rusher. Someone maybe the Giants are going to go after. I know Pro Football Focus had them possibly going after him. So we'll see what happens with the additions, that still happened right before camp. And with that, Captain, I hope you had a good fourth. I hope everyone had a good fourth. Even to Mike, Sarah, and Ed Winchell, I hope you guys had a good fourth as well.
They did.
And I will talk to y'all later.
All right. Hey, do well at school tomorrow. I know you're not in school. I'm being facetious. Study hard.
See ya.
Do your vacation and do well. Take care of their kids.
See ya.
All right, that's Gabe. I'm gonna get my boy Rob in here talking some Philly stuff, and it's not positive Philly, but it is Rob, and Rob has his own channel as well. Rob, make sure you drop that information out there so people can pop in.
Actually, funny enough, because we actually kind of rebrand a little bit too, because we actually kind of do combine not just from Philly Sports Talk, but just all sports in general. So we pretty much call ourselves Sports and Wrestling Connection is basically what we call ourselves now.
I like it,
but it's still the same. Me and Tyler as usual. Content never changes. It was just a little name and design change.
It's a branding move.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. So what's going on with you? Hey, how about that Phillies win today?
It was really nice. I haven't really got a chance to watch as many, because obviously I got a lot of other stuff in the works. Obviously, going to start doing more Flyers coverage. I'm going to start introducing that for the first, not saying for the first time, but do it more consistently. Because I did cover the NHL draft. I like what the Flyers have done in the draft this year. Get Mitchkov, which he was one of my number one guys high on my list.
That I was very good to see, or very happy, or not good. Boy, that's horrible English. I was very happy to see Mishkov drafted in that 7th spot, the number 2 person in the draft behind the kid Bedard that went number 1. Obviously, you got to wait on him for 3 years, unless you can get him out of Russia on some money.
And from what it looks like, he might be here by 2024. That's coming from his translator, so he might be here the earliest is 2024 because his contract doesn't end with the KHL. It's at the end of 2025. So we're gonna get him here earlier than usual, and obviously, we've been just doing a lot of salary dumping for most of this all season.
My God, I don't even know if there's anybody on the Flyers anymore that I know. Is Connect Me still on the Flyers?
Connect is still there. We're still trying to move. We might be moving on from Sanheim. We're possibly might be moving on from Carter Hart if the price is right. But right now, it's obviously we might be building on Carter Hart, but we're always open to different offers for Carter Hart. So
I think I know I got a Connect Me jersey, and I think that there's another jersey I have that's a current player. All the rest of my Flyers players are,
we still got Couturier still been here for a while.
Yeah, I mean they're all like old school, like Bobby Clark, Dave Schultz, Bernie Perrant, Billy Barber, and then I got, like I said, Danny Briere. I got a couple of him, or not Danny Briere. The other guy that went to the Panthers.
Are you talking about Claude Giroux?
Claude Giroux, there you go. Yeah, I knew it was.
He's with Ottawa now. He's back home in Ottawa. That team's going to be atrocious.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's even to look at the front office. Yeah, we got rid of all the old Flyers in the front office. That, like I said, Bobby Clark's out of there. We pretty much got rid of guys that have not done, what they're expected to do, and for this team to hopefully, not going to say, because I had this team actually winning at least 35 to 40 games at least. Because I'm not going to be there. I don't think they're going to be super terrible to the point where it's like they might win 20 to 25 games. But I do think this team is very going to miss on a playoff spot. But I'm not saying that's going to really annoy me. But I said, this is a stepping stone, because let's be honest, it's been a long time. It's been a long time to see winning hockey in the city of Philadelphia.
It's a rebuild. But at least it's a rebuild now. At least it's a rebuild.
Trust me, it's bad. The Sixers ain't done jack squat when you have the Flyers actually are willing to make changes. And I thought Danny Briere, from God, I wish I had his jersey. For a guy that was undersized but still could hit you like a ton of bricks. And I remember that clearly during this time here, and it was just phenomenal. Him and I'm going to give Ray Emery some love too. I really can't hate on Ray Emery from what he's kind of contributed. So God rest his soul and stuff like that. But it's just, this rebuild has been very entertaining. It has been fun to watch. Obviously, we brought in Matt Stahl on a 1-year deal. We brought a guy from. I think we brought a couple guys from Boston, or from the Boston Bruins as well. So we're kind of mixing and matching. Not rely on the veterans like let's bro that Chuck Fletcher, who and God bless Danny Briere, pick up the mess that Chuck Fletcher left behind. And we got a nice return from Provorov, because there's always been a lot of rumors that we might be moving on from him. And Danny Briere got 3 players, a first rounder and 2 second rounders. So we had 2 first rounders this year. From what I've heard about from Oliver Bonk, he was more of a defensive specialist, because let's be real, our defense kind of stunk.
Oh yeah. And Bonk has the pedigree through his father, and I think that's going to be a good move too.
And we also took in the later rounds we took Mike Kubal's son as well.
Oh, okay.
So we got him as well, and and we did move on from Kevin Hayes, because let's be the dude act like it's a complete diva. Because the dude was just not great defensively, not great offensively.
And I liked Kevin Hayes when he first got there, but he just kind of flamed out.
Yeah, he just kind of flamed out, and just somehow wanted to butt heads with John Tortorella, because it's like, I think I talked about this during my live stream. Said, look, Tortorella's the kind of guy says, look, he's going to give you helpful criticism, but if you can't respond in a big way, then good luck with that. And the organization knew that Kevin Hayes was not going to, get better. So we pretty much, even though, yes, I know look on paper, it was bad to get a 6th rounder, because that was not the first offer we wanted to get from Kevin Hayes. We were looking at, say, maybe a 2nd and a 3rd at the most. But I mean, right now, and obviously with Barry Trotz screwing us with the Ryder Johansson trade, who was another guy we've been fucking going after. So unfortunately, we had to sell with 6. So pretty much we've been screwed twice get better value out of Kevin Hayes.
Where did Kevin Hayes end up going? Because I saw that there was a trade and then it got.
I think it was St. Louis. I think it did.
Okay, so
And we were supposed to go after another guy from St. Louis as well, Krug. I think it's Torrey Krug. I think it was, but he didn't want to waive his no trade clause here. So it's like, you know what, Danny Briere just moved on and started salary dumping. You know, obviously we might move on from Sanheim. You know, we had to move on a couple guys whose contracts were were terrible to begin with. So it's been, you know, it's been.
And I gotta ask, Rob, who the hell did those contracts? It was
Chuck Fletcher
contract?
Hey, yeah, they take it up to Chuck Fletcher. He's the one who gave Kevin Hayes that awful ass contract. So yeah, it was terrible. So, and obviously and then we're shipping back Tony DeAngelo back to Carolina. Even though I don't really want to, but then again, I kind of see where you're going to get it because he's getting up there in age. Cam Atkinson, for the love of God, please stay healthy for one goddamn season. That will be very nice to have. So that's kind of my biggest question mark right now is Cam Atkinson on this roster. But overall, I'm excited to see what this team could do. Now, do I think they're going to be a playoff contender? Probably not. Like I said, they're barely going to make the. This, I like to say, I have them barely missed the playoffs by 3 games. Is the way I look at it. I don't think they're going to be super terrible. Kind of like it seems like.
Yeah, I think they're going to be mediocre, but they're
like middle of the pack is where I have them.
They're building for next year, though. I mean, the 23-24 is going to be a mold process, getting the guys together. Especially if Mishkov comes 24-25.
And we're supposed to get Fedotov as well, coming over from Russia as well, who's been obviously got held up because of his military service for the Russian army. So we're going to
Fedotov.
Yeah, I think Ivan Fedotov. So I think he should be hopefully by the end of next year, because unfortunately, you know, they're still keeping him over there in Russia and.
The Russian military, they need people in the Russian military with all the things that's going on. Hopefully, Fedotov won't be put on the front lines to get blown up. Seriously.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing a new different look for the Flyers because let's be real, it's ever since after 2010, like it's been hard to get into watching the Philadelphia Flyers. You know, obviously, I had an opportunity to end this damn drought. And and I tell people this too. Yeah, the last Stanley Cup win, it was my grandparents were in their early teens, I guess you could say, between 15.
I was there. I was there in 74. That's when I moved to Florida.
So, yeah, it's been rough. The Flyers has been rough since then.
And somewhere, and I gotta find it. I have a pin. And I keep telling people this. It's a pin with Ben Franklin on it. He's holding a hockey stick with one of those like the Betsy Ross flag.
Oh, yeah, the Betsy Ross flags.
Yeah, he's with a hockey stick with the Betsy Ross flag, and it says "Hat Trick in '76." I'm sure that pin is worth something sometime for somewhere. I gotta find it. And I've been waiting for the hat trick. Metal Vault, good to see it. Thank you for being in here. JB, thank you for being in here as well.
Oh, absolutely.
And
yeah, absolutely.
Ossie's in the house, too. We got a lot of good – it's good to see people in here. Like I said, we had Thrash in here. We got Vicky in here. Rob I haven't seen in a while, and we're talking Philly stuff. I know the Raider fans are like, why are we talking Flyer? But hey, it's Philly Flyer.
Hey, for someone who lives in South Jersey, like I'm literally like 5 minutes outside of Philly, so I'm like the Philadelphia area, so it's kind of an everyday thing.
That's right. And if I get up there, Rob, do me a favor. Do you got my number?
No, I don't, but I do. I don't think I have you on social. I don't think I have you on social media at all.
Okay, well, are you at? Yeah, go into the. Oh crap! Where's the? I thought that there was a section.
I'm just going to give you mine in the private chat.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Where the hell's the private? I don't see a private chat. Oh my God!
I think if you look at the streamer, like you'll see, like there's like a little message icon.
Right, I'm looking for. I see live and starred. and I'm usually there's private chat. I don't see private chat. Oh,
It's
there
probably-
it is.
Yeah,
There it is. I see it. Okay.
that's my number.
Rob, I'm going to put mine in private chat too. Thank you for showing me that. And do me a favor, because obviously I'm pushing buttons here. Let me make sure.
Yeah,
But okay, that's my number. Go into private chat. That's my
I got
number.
it.
Send me a text and say it's Philly Rob. It's Philly Rob. And then when I get up there, if I get up there, I want to see you. I want to see Jamie. And maybe we'll go get, Paz Philly. I want to see people that I know, because I don't know anybody in Philly anymore other than you and Jamie and Positive Philly, right? We'll try to go to a game when it's in the season.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been to, because the only games I have not been to at all yet, anyways, and that's the Eagles games. Out of the big four in Philly, is the Eagles I have not been to yet. I've been to many Phillies games. That's combined. That's both combined. The Veteran Stadium. And let's be real, that was kind of a dump when I remembered as a kid.
Right.
But then again, as a kid, I really could care less. Even at the bank, I went recently. I think a few months ago before Mother's Day. So I took my mom, my grandfather out as well. So that was kind of fun. Been to 2 Sixers games and 1 Flyers game, which the Flyers games, like even I've been to a hockey game, it's a little bit of a different experience to watching on TV. Oh, I cannot wait. I literally cannot wait for those Kelly Greens to come back.
I
If you're
like
gonna bring the Kelly Greens back, give me the silver pants to go along with it.
I mean, it's not my team, but I mean, a good old fashioned Randall Cunningham, Kelly Green. I also like
My grandfather has one hanging up in his closet. He does have a Kelly Green, Randall Cunningham.
Right, or Harold Carroll. Did Harold wear a Kelly Green?
I think it might have, but we also had an inverted with the white jerseys as well. So we had those as well.
Right. Okay. But yeah, I mean, but I like the Kelly. I mean, and again, and here's the thing. I always said this, because people said when there was talking that the Raiders would go away, they said, who would you be a fan of if the Raiders went away? And I gave them two teams. Is by color, I'd be a Vikings fan, because I love purple. When it's the
only one jersey that I wish I actually wanted to own was Dante Culpepper, because I think he was, for me, was one of my, even though I was a diehard Eagles fan, but I always had total respect for not just for Randy Moss, but also Dante Culpepper and those old like early to mid 2000s Vikings uniforms.
Yeah, but see, I always like the purples, because silver and black is my favorite colors together, obviously. But if it's not silver and black, I love wearing purple. So I usually like wearing purple things as well. So I would probably be a Vikings fan. Granted, I wouldn't really be a fan. If the Raiders went away, I would literally save a whole crap ton of money each year, because there would be really nothing for me to take the time up with that. But I mean, as far as people that I would watch, would obviously be the Eagles, and I said that correctly, folks. It's Eagles.
Mm-hmm. I think we have a couple of news play. They're not gonna they're somewhat official. We have a couple guys that I know. Hunter Doyle, who does Inside the has like an art or like a news publication called Inside the Eagles and stuff like that. So yeah, so you're not wrong on that. And it's funny because even though, growing up as a Philly sports fan, even though I did watch a little bit of the old school Yankees at times, with when Jorge Posada was still playing, Jeter was still at the prominent, still in the peak of his career.
I got you way back, man. I watched the Yankees, and only because my dad was a Yankees and a Dodgers fan, because he lived in New York as a kid, and just like Al Davis emulated the Raiders but the power of the Yankees and the speed of the Dodgers. That's where he got it from. The power of the Yankees and the speed of the Dodgers. But my dad was a Yankees fan, so I kind of kept up with the Yankees. I mean, they had Bobby Mercer, Roy White, Greg Nettles, Chris Chambliss maybe was like the start, Thurman Munson. And then they picked up Reggie, and then they picked up Catfish Hunter. So
those were the 70s.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, it's the 2000s. When Jorge came, when Posada came onto the scene,
right.
You still had Bernie Williams. No, I think Bernie Williams when he was there. God, if I remember correctly,
I thought Bernie was like the 80s, though.
no, the left fielder? I think it might have been Bernie Williams because it was in the old Yankee Stadium at the time. From what I remember, anyways. I know Derek. I didn't remember Derek when he first came up, but I remember he was in in the prime of his career. I think this is before Mark Teixeira went there. Oh, yeah. God, you see that Prasad. I mean, Mo Rivera, who is actually one of my all-time favorite closers. Well, besides Trevor Hoffman, because when you hear Enter Sandman, you're fucked. It's basically, for lack of a better term. But yeah, it's been, it's kind of crazy, like how much, stuff has kind of changed since then, and, even as a diehard Phillies fan, I remember the days when Howard came up in 2006, same with Rollins, Utley, what would have became our core after,
Utley, Howard,
Rollins, when we brought in Chooch.
Chooch. I got to get a Chooch jersey, and I've seen where it goes Chooch across the back.
And obviously, and I remember the days when we had Mike Lieberthal in 2004, David Bell, Kevin Millwood. Yeah, yeah, I remember those days. David Bell before JT had that cycle. We went on a cycle curse for well over a decade, and then finally JT breaks it because the last person to do it was David Bell in 2004, and as a manager, it's kind of iffy. But I mean, it's and yes, I know, and that's the thing too over here in Philadelphia. Well, technically for me, but in the Philadelphia area, we're very nitpicky of we have these like broadcasts, just like when Mark Zumoff retired for the Sixers, he was kind of a hard voice to replace. So we brought in Case Scott in. Well, let's be real. That kind of threw most of the Sixers fan base into a turmoil. There was debates about it. Even with now with Kruk and T-Mac, I mean, not get me wrong, I still like them, but nothing still beats, Harry Kalas from like the early mid 2000s.
Harry Kalas and Bystrom, man. I'm that old where Bystrom was with Harry Kalas and Richie Ashburn. That's how old I am. Look them up. Bystrom, Harry Kalas, and Richie.
And we also, and Richie Ashburn as well. And it's, it's kind of fun, and it's kind of crazy too. I tell people this all the time too. Like, I'm not the kind of person that even though with the Kansas City Chiefs, the reason why I don't really hate him as much is because of Andy Reid. I still have a soft spot for Andy Reid because the dude's, whether older Eagles fans would say, some of the didn't like how he was kind of cast his way out. It's like, you gotta at least take it for granted, like what he's accomplished and the kind of players he's had here. T.O., McNabb, Dawkins, Westbrook, Sheldon Brown, who's an underrated player from 2007, who unfortunately lit up Reggie Bush. Oh boy, I felt bad for Reggie Bush after that play. Good Lord. I even talk about getting somebody lit up. Reggie Bush, had Sheldon Brown not laid that, and if for those who have not go watch that Saints game from 2007, where it's just boy, just Reggie Bush it's just unfair for him. But I'm excited to go to. I'm actually going to try to go to the Eagles games this season with my grandfather because that's kind of what we plan to do. Originally I planned to say, go to the Vikings as every time we put Vikings on primetime, they're going to get their ass whooped. Like, it's like, that's when when is the NFL going to learn never to put the Vikings on primetime? Well, it's a bad mistake.
I'm hoping. Now, I know the Vikings play in Oakland. Woo! There's a break part. The Vikings play out in Vegas this year late. I think it's December. So I will be there with a couple of Viking friends. I don't know if it's prime time or not. It might flex, but I don't think it is. I think it's a 4:00 game, 1:00, Vegas. But I will be there to see it. Vicky met the grand old man. I guess it's like Al Davis. So Vicky met Al Davis as well. By the way, if you want to come into the show, because Rob's going to go in a little bit, I put the link up again. Hit the link. I like talking to people. We haven't heard from Rob in a while. Rob, give me your best out the door. Where do you see what is going to be the one battle with the Eagles? And I'll say Eagles because everybody else says it incorrectly, but I'll just say, we know it's the Eagles. We know it's the Eagles. But what is the one battle that you see with the Eagles that nobody's talking about within the division? I mean, what's going to be that one person that's either going to do well or really screw up or take them back?
There's a few I can think of at the top of my head. Is obviously, what Jordan Davis is going to look like in year 2. N'Kobe Dean coming off a red shirt, finally not red shirting him along with Nicholas Morrow. Like I said, we have a few options, and we're going to see what Jalen Carter is going to look like. Nolan Smith working alongside with Hassan Reddick as well, so it's going to be interesting to see. Because right now, it's like, everyone still hates Philly. I call it as it is. Like no matter how much success we have, we always find a way to still get hated for whatever reason. No matter, obviously, not a those delusional Cowboys fans. Even though let's be real, seeing these up here in the Northeast is that's not great. Because
are you going to be better than the Giants since Gabe's still here? You saw Gabe came in. Are you going to be better than?
I think we're like. I think I'm not going to say. I mean, look, we're definitely going to be better than Giants in terms of quarterback play, and just all around. But I'm not going to disrespect the Giants. I mean, they gotten better. It's just I still can't trust their quarterback. That's where my issue lies. And obviously, you need better receivers. And that's the way I look at it. And plus, you play on a crappy turf. That is MetLife Stadium. So, I mean, I'll leave it at that. But in terms of like the way the division has been, it's been us in Dallas for the last 10 years at least. Even might discount 2020 and stuff like that. But a lot of Eagles fans would forget about that because, good Lord, that was just terrible. But, I mean, it's just – I think the Giants are going to be the third best team in this division. It's always going to be us in Dallas, and how people look, how us outsiders should look at it. That's always how it's been, And obviously with let's be real, and yes, I know I'm good friends with Cowboys fans, and there were some of the jealous, but I would say highly recommend do not talk to the delusional ones because it's like it's always the same repeating cycle over here. It's like, is this our year? Yet you still find a way to fall short. It's year in, year out, year in, year out. It's like a pile of Jenga. Like if you pull one piece out, it's like it's been annoying. So, but yeah, then again, and obviously this year we're going to see Jalen Hurts fully healthy playing against a fully healthy Dak Prescott because let's be real, so Dallas doesn't have to make any excuses that we had to play their backup, then we had to play theirs and all that nonsense. So I mean. It is what it is. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So like I said, I had this team going because right now, currently, I think this team can go 13-4 at least. Lowest I can do is 11-6, realistically. Because I think we're still going to be a 11, 12 win, 13 win team. But are we going to go 14-3 again? Absolutely not. Unless you prove me otherwise.
I like the fact. And by the way, folks, like I said, Rob's on his way out, and I want to thank Rob for being here. Rob is a fan, but he's an analytical fan. He's not full of like bias that we're going to do this, that, and the other. In that respect. So I like that, Rob.
I mean, hey, if you guys want to check it out, I dropped almost a 25-minute video going to my early NFL power rankings for going into the 2023 season. I got Dallas. It's the reason why, because like I said, I had the Raiders. I think what are the low 20s, maybe just barely outside the top 25. It's because. Quarterback. That's what hell is. If you guys had a better quarterback, maybe you're inside the top 25. Dallas, I had it 6. Obviously, it's how much longer can you ride on Dak Prescott? Because the dude is Mr. Ink. Just can't get it done with the spotlights bright at the most. Obviously, Kansas City still number 1 for me. It was kind of a coin toss between Eagles 2 and Bengals 3, or actually kind of flip-flop. So I just had the Eagles going at 2 because I think we just are one of the more deeper teams. Number 3, I had the Bengals because obviously what concerns me is the offensive line because for those who have not watched Joe Burrow's early part of his career. The dude's been getting sacked like 50 some odd times. Had to go through a torn ACL. It's just not great for the Cincinnati Bengals, but I still have them in the top 5. And Niners fans, don't get mad at me. I still have you at 5. It's like I said, you're another spot. It's the Raiders. It's the quarterback problem, because it's either because you got half the fan base for Brock Purdy, you guys got the other half for Trey Lance. It's like, and I told some of these Niners fans too, like, give Trey Lance a chance to see what he can do, because I seen this kid the last few years. Yes, I know hopefully knocking on wood, barring from injury. This kid has shown flashes to be a good quarterback. Let's be real, because the NFC West, let's be real, it's not that great of a division. So I think this is a part of an opportunity to see a guy like Trey Lance, because let's be real, who you invested mightily the last few years to get him, and yet, unfortunately, injuries do happen, which sucks. But what are you going to do? So I'll leave it at that with the Niners.
Rob, it's always a pleasure, partner.
Not a problem.
Hitting this up. Remember, like you said, now what was the rebranding on your channel again?
Sports and wrestling connections, because like I said, we'll do a lot of, because we cover a lot of sports, and no matter what team it is, and we also do pro wrestling coverage as well at the same time.
Be sure to put that in the comment section, because Rob's a fan of the show. We got Eagles Uncensored. Boy, I tell you, we got a lot of Philly in the house tonight.
Yeah, that's my good boy. That's good. That's my boy AK for the Hardcore Sports Network as well.
That's right, AK out in California. Good to hear from you as well.
Actually, from what I remember, like, he told me he's more of he lives here on the East Coast as well.
Okay, I thought he was a Cali guy. Maybe I'm. It's been
when I first got to know him, he actually lived in PA. I think in Carlisle the last time he asked me, when I got to know him a little bit.
Okay, it's been a while, AK. Maybe you can do that. Rob, I got to go, brother. I'm gonna keep
man.
Hopefully get one more person in here. Take care. Sports and wrestling.
Sports and wrestling connection.
There you go. I'm in PA from Alaska. Okay. Thanks again there, Rob. Take care. Salute to you. Hope you had a great
man.
You got it. That's Rob, man. Rob talking some good Eagle stuff. We have Perrin. PA is from Alaska. You're okay. He's from Alaska. He had a buddy that was out in California. There was something that he had. One of his friends needed. Like we were doing not a raffle. We were doing a benefit for him, and good to go there. Per is in there. Per, hey, going to work now. Per from Sweden. And actually, the last time we were here, I was doing lines about what John Candy said in Splash about him having a 10-inch dong. That was funny, because that's what he didn't quite have it right, but there you go. Per, like I said, if I go to Europe for a Raider game, I'm gonna go see Per, and we're gonna hang with some awesome Swedish chicks. That's what I want to do before I die. If I go to Europe, I'm gonna hang out with Per. And he had that big. I love that video you had on IG with the summer in Sweden, with the tents and the food. Not much into fish, but I'll eat other stuff. But I will enjoy that. Per, thank you for sending that to us. East meets West, my boy, Philly Foothills. There you go. We'll have a good time tonight. We got everybody. We're international tonight. We got Vicky here. We've had Anna here. We've had, like I said, Per from Sweden. It's great. Yeah, thank you there. I'm going to hang with Per. Have a good day at work. I'm almost out of here because, it is getting to be almost 11 o'clock. I was a little late coming in because I had to get my TV fixed, like the satellite and the Bose speakers and all the things like that. Like I told you, all my CDs are now in a part of my room where I can use them. Also, I think they're over here somewhere too. Did I move them? I used to have them. I got to find them again. But yeah, I had like the little CD things and wonder where they were available. I have to find them again. I don't know if they were here. Crap. Are they here? They're underneath there. I think I moved them. Aha! See, I knew I'd find them. The Case Logic with all of CDs. So now I put this in there. I can put them in my, what you got? What you got? Sting in here. Dave Matthews. Okay, so that's a good one. Who else is in here? Prince, Musicology, Bob Seger. A couple Bob Segers. Steve Miller. Billy Joel. Yeah, the Billy Joel collection's here. I got my Beatles in here. So I will put this because I got the CDs moved, but now I found this as well. So now I can finally listen to my CDs on my Bose system where the TV is tied up to. I'm happy. Anna's still here. Thank you, Anna. Good to see. God bless. And again, to everybody here, I'm hoping everybody had a blessed 4th of July. It was fun. It was fantastic. It was non-eventful negatively. It was a positive, fun day with you and your neighbors celebrating Independence Day 247 for the United States, Al Davis's birthday, George Steinbrenner's birthday. We spoke about the Yankees tonight. We spoke about the Raiders today. So we covered the birthdays, and it's 247. I hope y'all had a great, great day. I hope you had a great, great day. Unless somebody else is coming in, I will pop out of here at about 11 o'clock. I know I'm about 10 minutes short of a full 2 hours. But remember, and I will show this as well, it's the one tag that I got. If you want to get some great sports shirts, and I got to find, because I got the Smack, I got to show them. I got to show them on air. I will. SmackApparel.com. SmackApparel.com. Please go there. For 10% off of your order, use code Captain Jack. See that right down there? Use code Captain Jack. Because they're here locally in Tampa, and they saw me and said, hey, we'd like to pair up with you. And I'm like, I've wanted to pair up with you guys for a while. Pair up, go to SmackApparel.com, get your sports shirts. And it's not just football. It's football, it's baseball, it's basketball, it's hockey, it's college. The Big Five, baby. Go to SmackApparel.com. Get yourself a great deal, 10% off when you use your code Captain Jack. Use code Captain Jack. I wouldn't steer you wrong. And hopefully Eddie Winchell will have some good news for me soon. And I'm doing my flights. I got to wait till I get my new American Express card. So when I get my new American Express card, then I can make some more of those flights for the games. I will know where I'm going, what I'm doing. Remember, Raider Fan Convention in August, San Diego. It's either the 3rd or the 5th of August, Raider Fan Convention. Raider Nation Explosion, Madeira, the 22nd. I will be there for that. Raider Nation Explosion on the 22nd. Then hopefully I'm going to go up and hang out with Ed Winchell, driving up from Madeira to Sacramento. I'm going to get my flight, Ed. I'm going to get my flight as soon as I can from, from Madeira, or actually from Sacramento home. And I can't wait to hang out with Ed. I can't wait to hang out with Anna Diaz. I can't wait to hang out with Vicky. Vicky, if I come out to LA, I can stay at your house. I hope. Oh, get the food done. I'll be here all night. I already walked from 5 to 3. Well, oh, you worked. Wow. And I can't wait to hang out with Vicky and Anna. And Vicky says she's got a room for me. Thank God. Because it's friggin' expensive to get out there. Remember, we always talk about America's birthday this year around this time, July 1-3. We should remember the 160th anniversary of the Civil War. Yeah. Because Gettysburg was July 1st through the 3rd, and I think it ended on the 3rd or the 4th. There was also, remember, the out west. And out west for the Civil War was the Mississippi. was Vicksburg, Mississippi. So you had Gettysburg and Vicksburg this time. Remember the Gettysburg Address. Remember the great history we had there. So again, I thank you for all that you do, for all of my fellow shipmates, the sailors, soldiers, airmen, and Marines, Coast Guardmen, and space coastmen. I think the spaceman. I don't know what the Space Force calls himself, but the people that are there. Yep. Hey, I'm hanging out with Vicky. Says there, my daughter is moving. Woohoo! Vicky and I gonna hang out. We're gonna party, just like what was it? What was his name? Sinbad. Yeah, we're going to party. I like saying it. It's like Sinbad said. While we were shouting out birthdays, happy Canada Day, July 1st, our neighbors. There we go. Thank you there, GA. Georgia Patriot, make sure we don't forget our folks up north. Remember Richie Richey, the most American Canadian I know. Speaking of that, tomorrow, Wednesday, the 5th of July, tune in to the Wild Wild West show here on my channel. I won't be there because I will be at the Phillies-Rays game. But Wild Wild West will be going on. You got Coach, you got Richie, you got Alex, and you got Tom Jones sitting in for the Raiders. And maybe if OG is up, if Tom leaves early, OG pop in and comment, said, hey, if I don't know what Tom's schedule, if Tom has to leave early, maybe you can take the second half of the show. I don't know. But they already have the agenda. But remember, when I'm not doing Wild Wild West, Tom Jones is there for me, or OG Jack Daniels is there for me. Great, great show. Wild Wild West is the bomb. Thank you there, GA. Georgia is talking about it's a good show. I won't be there, but it will still continue. Got Coach, you got Alex, you got Richie Richey, and tomorrow you got Tom Jones T3. Everybody have a great, great rest of your day, your night. Happy 4th to you all. I'm literally watching the end of Independence Day as the show comes on. There was it Will Smith and Goldblum are in, they're up in the space capsule. They've already been sucked up. So they're about ready to deploy the nuclear weapon. The ship is blowing up Area 51 as we speak right now, the outskirts. They are flying on Area 51. So the people are coming in off of the tarmac to get inside the big building that will house them. That's going on right now. Captain, tell Richie the F-do-I keys. The F-do-I keys. The donkey. Oh, the donkeys' new uniforms are horrible. I don't care. Really? I didn't see them. They changed their uniforms? Did not know that. I'll have to check a look. Or if they go back to the old school brown, horrible. The donkeys. Okay. I didn't see that they had a uniform change. I'll have to check it out. Remember, Wild Wild West tomorrow, 5th of July. Take care, everybody. Thursday, there will be something else. I won't be doing a Thursday show, but I'm going to try to do a Friday show. To make up for it. Okay. So look for it. It will be a Roku show, so no swearing. They got the old logo with the white helmets. Okay. Yeah, that's not a good look for them. Anyway, take care, everybody. We'll see you. Remember, Wild Wild West tomorrow. There will be a Captain Jack show on Friday, not Thursday. And then Sunday, there will be a repeat of last Sunday's show. I'm going to watch Foreigner over at the amphitheater. I'm going to enjoy myself. Take care, everybody, and hope you had a great, great Independence Day. Remember, go to Smack Apparel. Get 10% off your order by using code Captain Jack when you check out. Goodbye, everybody. Good night. Take care.